do have a set of numbers that we really need to concentrate on. We have HDFC Bank, which is going to be coming out with its numbers. So that stock is just about managing to hold with a little bit of a positive bias. In fact, we should pull up the intraday chart for that stock. Okay, so 3239 is basically the profit. That's where it's coming at. 3239 is the profit figure for HDFC Bank this time. Yes, as always. I mean, you never have a problem in terms of guessing the 20% growth that they always come out.
Our estimate was 20% growth, and the 20% growth is what they have delivered. Now, net interest income is something that we'll be watching out for as well. Of course, our expectation was 21% net interest income growth. So let's have that number as well. Okay, that's the gross NPA, 1.04% versus 0.94% quarter-on-quarter.
So that is not really an issue, Anuj, because you know they have just about worsened their gross NPLs by what, 6 basis points. 0.94 compares to 1.04%. So that is largely in line and has been stable, you can say, for HDFC Bank at this point. Overall, they have always managed to maintain their gross NPLs at that 1% mark. We also have the net NPLs, which should come up for you. We have the gross NPA on an absolute basis, which is coming at around 4920.89 crores. So 4920 compares to around 4392.83 crores. So yes, there's been a bit of a spike up. The provisions have spiked for them, so 867 crores compares to 662 crores, and the net NPAs too have come in at around 1493 crores, which compares to around 1320 crores. So overall, as a percentage to its loan book, the gross NPL still stable at around 1.04%, net NPLs at around 0.32 compares to around 0.28%. We have Siddharth Purohit of Angel Broking joining in with his quick view on HDFC Bank. Siddharth, we also have the net interest margins, which have improved 1 basis point sequentially. 4.4% is where it's standing. Your overall view on the numbers, 1.04% on gross NPLs, 0.32% in terms of net NPLs, net interest margins 4.4%, and we have the profit, which is up 20%.
See, if you look at gross NPL, and possibly it has gone up little higher than what I was expecting, but maybe that is why the provision also has been little higher than what we had pinned in. But somehow I believe that, you know, the bottom line growth of, or absolute number of, say, this 30 to 40 crores kind of thing looks pretty good. But we need to see that this incremental gross NPAs come whether from retail, or maybe there is some slippages from the corporate side that needs to be checked. So overall, I think numbers are pretty decent.
Okay, Siddharth, hold that thought. That's the NII number, and that's looking much better than expectation. 7,450 crore was the expectation. They've delivered 7,760 crores. So that's a big positive surprise at this point in time. Of course, the stock is trading at lifetime highs and trading at 3.6 times book. You know, Siddharth, valuation-wise, do you see still more room? HDFC Bank will keep coming out with numbers like these.
I see the 20% kind of growth has been a very regular kind of performance for HDFC now. So while I believe that they will continue to deliver similar numbers, now what we need to watch is that whether they are able to control the credit cost and grow similar numbers. So it should be more of a kind of stable margins and delivering ROE. What will really matter? If they are able to deliver 18-20% kind of ROE going ahead, then I believe that the margins will sustain, and possibly you will see that valuation sustaining at this level.
Okay, Siddharth.
From here onwards, re-rating would be a difficult task unless they really outperform their own track record of delivering more than the 20% kind of growth rate.
Rajiv Mehta is also with us from IIFL. Rajiv, hi, good morning. Your first thoughts on the numbers? The net profit is bang in line with estimates. The net interest income is slightly above estimates.
Yeah, true. So from whatever numbers have come out, it seems that there is slight beat on the NII line. And also I believe that the net interest margin have slightly expanded on sequential basis. So against our estimate of 4.3%, the bank has delivered 4.4%. So I think, as usual, no surprises, neither negative or not too much on the positive side as well. So quite steady state numbers.
Okay, Rajiv, I just wanted to bring up one particular, maybe a little bit of a negative that we need to hear more on, is the gross NPL absolute basis has risen 12%, net NPL absolute basis has risen 13%. If you compare this to the previous quarter, which was just a single-digit rise of around 3% odd, there has been that incremental amount of increase that's come in. Has that worried you at all?
I think on a more comparable basis, if you look at the first quarter of every fiscal, and then there is some slight increase in gross NPL, so which is usual than what happened in the fourth quarter of the preceding year. So in that way, I think there is some seasonality in there, and which is in line with what we have seen in the previous years and in the first quarter of the previous years. So nothing alarming in terms of, on the gross NPL side. It is quite usual because if you look at the ratios per se, I mean, if your book is growing at 26-27%, your NPLs are quite steady on that. The bank has been reporting 1% and 0.3% gross and net NPL ratios for the past 12-13 odd quarters. So in terms of trend or in terms of the headline, there is no deterioration.
Okay, in terms of the trend and headline, there's no worsening which is coming in terms of the gross NPLs according to Rajiv. We have Shweta of KR Choksi joining in also to take us through what she's thought of the numbers. Shweta, well, what is your analysis? Provisions up 30%, gross NPLs up a little bit on an absolute basis as compared to previous quarters. Your sense?
Yes, there has been beat on the top line on the NII front. Profit largely in line with our estimates. Yes, the GNPA is up around 1% but again, we are not unduly worried. Our estimates were somewhere closer to 1%. But then we would be looking out closely for the slippages for the quarter. Last quarter it stood somewhere around 1.7 billion. We are expecting somewhere closer to this kind of a number. Otherwise, it has been a steady state quarter. Asset quality do not really bother us primarily because the restructured book has also stood somewhere around 0.1% for the bank for quite some time now. So all in all, good set of numbers. Yes, the provisions have been looking a little higher. But again, except one or two accounts which we like to hear from the management commentary, we are not really worried and we are okay with the numbers.
Okay, in terms of asset quality, we have a couple of other details, not much in terms of what we will hear from the management, but total restructured loans were at 0.1% in terms of advances. We also have the total advances, which have risen over 20% for the quarter, so up around 23.2% on a year-on-year basis in terms of the total advances. Again, the domestic loan mix is more retail with around 53% in terms of retail loans. But Rajiv, just quickly coming to you to sum up the numbers entirely, do you think that we could probably see further upside on the stock? It's already trading at the most expensive valuations or one of the most in the banking space.
Yeah, so true. So I don't think the numbers can actually provide a reason to re-rate it incrementally from the current 3.2 times FY18 price to book valuation. But probably, as a story or as a compounding machine, HDFC Bank has always paid off because given the high ROEs and high inherent profitability of the bank, if they are able to grow the balance sheet at 25 odd %, that translates into 15-20 odd % in the in the book value. Growth in the book value. So probably one can look at these kind of returns on an annual basis from the stock, even without a re-rating. So it's still a quality stock delivering a reasonable amount of beat over the overall market. So, I mean, from a rating perspective, I don't think so there's going to be any change from a buy rating.
Okay. Siddharth, in your sense, what would be the management commentary that you look for?
See, if you look at the growth for this quarter also, loan has been quite decent, 23% order. While Q4 was a little higher, whether they would be really expecting about 25% kind of growth or they would be satisfied with this 23-22% kind of growth. And actually, if they are able to push anything above 25%, I then possibly believe that, there could be a case of further upside. But I would believe that it would be more of a kind of simple compounding growth story right now, that 15-20% kind of bottom line growth and similar returns one should be expecting. So what I would like to hear from the management is that whether they are really kind of pushing forward for more than 25%, 27% kind of growth what we saw in the Q4. So that's what possibly I would be looking forward.
And you did mention before that maybe the gross NPLs is what you would look at in terms of commentary at least, something that you are a little worried about on a closer look?
See, if you see the credit cost for this quarter works out to somewhere close to 72 basis points annualized. I mean, on the basis of the total, I mean, what it has gone up. But I think it could be seasonal or maybe one-off. And if you normalize in the coming quarters, then it shouldn't be a point of worry. But what I was trying to say is that whether the incremental slippages has come from the retail side, where HDFC is the kind of real leader. If it has come from the corporates, possibly, I mean, it could be one-up. But if the trend has kind of started, if we have started seeing some pain in retail also, then that could be a point of worry for HDFC. So that is what just I want to hear from the management. Rest all, I believe that numbers are pretty okay. There is no red as of now to me. That's all.
Okay, well, maybe the stock is seeing some amount of profit booking, so maybe the street doesn't really like that gross NPL increase on an absolute basis. We're going to hear from the management soon enough as well. Remember that their gross NPLs have been sub 1% for multiple quarters now, just about hovering at that level. So reached that 1% mark this time. But if you look at it, it's just around 6 basis points in terms of an increase that we've seen for the gross NPLs as a percentage to loans. We have Abhishek joining in to tell us about what he's thought of the numbers as well. Abhishek?
So the numbers are disappointing in terms of net profit. However, if you see, even despite the fact that retail growths have picked up, there is pressure on fee income also. As I mentioned earlier, that fee income has been contributing to a large chunk of net revenues. But this quarter also, there's just 7% growth on fee income vis-a-vis 12% growth that we saw last quarter. Deposits have grown by 18.5% and advances have grown by a little over 23%.
Okay, so that's the update coming in on HDFC Bank. Largely, it's a inline set of numbers, you'd have to say, except for maybe the little bit of chink in terms of asset quality which has come through. Advances have been growing at a over 20% mark. Retail is the predominant mixture in terms of their loan book, and that will possibly be the key reason their loan book has grown. Profit has come in again at that 20% growth mark. NII also up around 22%. So overall, you'd have to say it's a stable set of numbers. Net interest margins also expanded around to 4.4 versus 4.3% on a sequential basis. We'll hear more from the management when it comes to their asset quality and what the outlook is there. But as of now, we'll take a break and we'll get you more on the other side.